Welcome to Appliance Educator, and welcome to our new set. We're pretty excited about this, and today we have a new appliance that we're going to review. This is from Rustic Kitchen. It's a coffee maker. The brand is Ratio. It's basically like an automated pour over, and it has a bloom setting. And so today we're going to grind up some beans, fill it with water, let it run. We're going to see how fast it brews the coffee, how good the coffee tastes when it comes out of there, which will depend on the beans, of course, but also the features on here, like the bloom setting, will affect that as well and enhance it. And we're going to see how long it stays warm once we have the coffee brewed. Stay tuned. Okay, so the first step here, let me get this situated, is we're going to fill this up with water. Now, we've already used this. I'm a huge fan of coffee. I mean, I'll drink coffee at 6 p.m. at night, even though I've been told many times that's not okay. I don't really care. I'm of Italian heritage and it's in my blood. The coffee I'm going to be using today is Don Francisco's French Roast. It's really good. And then we have a Hamilton Beach grinder here. I usually do a French press, so I'll do like a coarse grind. But in this actually comes with a really cool attachment where you have your coffee filter in here. So I'm going to do a much more fine grind in this to allow it to bloom and everything with this. Okay, we have our grinds here. So I'm just going to put this back in. It'll nestle in there nice and easy. And you have your 3 settings here, the bloom, brew, and ready. So I press the button. Did pretty good with that. It's actually touch sensitive. It's not like a push button. And you can see the bloom right there is actually kind of pulsating. And if I'll turn this way a little bit, you kind of see our water here. And now, let us see how long it takes just to brew the first batch. For those of you who have used pour over, this is kind of similar to that when you have the blooms. When you pour the water over the coffee, it kind of rises up and almost like aerates with the water and then settles down. That's when it's blooming, and that's what this does. So if the first step is for it to bloom the coffee, and then it starts doing its pour over in here. And so it's on the brew setting, and I can hear it dripping in there. I gotta say, there's something nostalgic about hearing a pot of coffee brewing. I don't know if it's growing up in truck stops or what. Yeah, listen to that sound. This is gonna be some delicious, delicious coffee. I can just smell it. So, since it's ready, I'm going to take this guy off first. I'll flick some hot water on me.
Yeah, because there's a... There you go.
So, this is how that works. I'm learning as I go. Most of the time I don't really know what I'm doing, I just pretend like I do. So this is actually pretty neat that it has like a little stand here so I can put basically the coffee filter off to the side. Let's put that here. And it comes with this really cool got a little topper to basically keep it insulated and to, it's child proof obviously. But it keeps it insulated and it has a little button here so I can use it as a pour over. Or I mean, I can pour with it. Leave your comments to yourselves. I don't need comments about how stupid I am. So this thing actually worked pretty fast. About 7 minutes, 8 minutes or so is done brewing. The look of it, I think is actually kind of neat. I don't have anything negative. It's not like a Mr. Coffee. It does look kind of cool. So they obviously put some thought into the design behind this. So let's go ahead and look at that nice dark roast. And this is basically not even a minute after it's been done brewing. Okay, I will say, temperature-wise, I could just sip it right out of the gates. Right when this is done brewing, it's ready to drink. Sometimes if you use boiling water with a French press or a pour over, you may have to let it cool off a little bit, just depending on how hot the water is that you put in there. Ideally, you don't want boiling water when you use a French press or a pour over. So this thing is pretty darn perfect. This is pretty well insulated. So it'll stay warm, I imagine, for as long as you're going to drink the coffee for. If you let this sit for 4 or 5 hours, of course it'll probably get cool. But after over the course of an hour or 2 hours, this will probably stay warm as if it's done brewing. If you guys have used this, please leave a comment. If you have other ways you prefer coffee or other coffee makers, tell us about it. Leave a comment. If you want to see us review certain coffee makers, I mean, I'll review coffee all day. I love coffee makers, and any excuse to have coffee, even at now 5:25 at night, I'll drink coffee all day long. But thanks for stopping by, guys. Thanks for watching. Please leave us a like, and yeah, comment on if you like this device or other coffee makers that you use. This coffee maker here, again, is from our friends at Rustic. So visit. This coffee maker right here is from our friends at Rustic. So visit rustickitchen.com, and that's not the website. Rustic Kitchen
and Bath.
There's too many words. This is from our friends over at Rustic Kitchen and Bath. So visit rustickitchenandbath.com to get yourself a ratio pour over. Use promo code Appliance Educator is the best to not get anything off, because they're great though, but we don't give you any discounts for that. Thank you. I love you. Goodbye.